I'll bet you dinner right now and make that putt.
All right.
I'm Eddie Wooters, PDJ number 55521. And we're here today on Rhyolite Disc Golf Course in Castle Rock, Colorado. I've been trying to get a course here in Castle Rock now for last 7 years. A couple years ago, we had another piece of property that was approved. We had designed and we were ready to put in baskets. In the morning that we were going to go start drilling holes, we got a call and Fish and Game found the jumping field mouse. He had stopped more disc golf course construction than anything else in Colorado. The director of Parks and Rec said, hey, we can't do it out there, but I have another piece of property. And I literally didn't even get out of the car. As soon as we pulled into here, I looked at Kim and I said, this is it. It was very little activity. There is a mountain bike trail that comes out through here. This was just a wide open space, so people rode their mountain bikes and we had walkers and dog walkers. The very first thing I do is walk the entire property, corner to corner, edge to edge. Walk everything so you don't miss any special feature, something that could really be cool. You want to look at an overhead map of your property. Find where you're coming in and find where you're going out. Make sure that the course flows in a nice loop. After that, you find your starting point. For us, it was kind of easy here. We've got a giant parking lot with restrooms and drinking water up there. Circle it right back around and end it at the parking lot. Once you look at that overhead map and see what you want, you can just literally start laying things out at home and then come out here, shoot them with your rangefinder, and painting some lines in the grass, dropping some flags where you might want a basket, bringing your friends out here and throwing some discs. Just absolutely mashing. Before we even finalized this course design, we actually opened it to the public for a one-day tournament. We wanted people to give us feedback. Doing something like that as a course designer sometimes is a little sketchy, a little scary, because you never know what people are going to say. I was very surprised after all those people came and played, we didn't have anybody complain about anything. And it was kind of at that moment that Kim and I looked at each other and we knew that we had gotten it where we wanted it. Baskets were dropped off. They were assembled out here by a team of great people, and man, we knocked this course out 4 months.
Oh, wow.
4 months.
That seems fast.
It was fast. It was fast, but when you got a piece of property like this, it goes fast. And it's a lot easier when you got a giant team of people out here assembling baskets and sticking them in the ground. The hardest part, I would say, was getting the tee pads in, but we were blessed with that as well. Castle Rock is an absolutely amazing city to work with. They made it really easy. They're inviting. Without them, the pads would have been a lot harder, but they brought their machinery, so honestly, it wasn't nothing too hard about this course. It was pretty easy to get in. Great mix of shots. You've got some long shots, you've got some medium shots, and you've got some short shots. But the short shots are not as easy as you think because they're either going uphill or downhill or they're surrounded by OBs. Most of the courses that I designed, they don't really lean heavy backhand or forehand. I like to have a mixture of all of those. I want the course to flow really well, no backups, no bottlenecks. You don't want a redundant course that's the same 350, 350, 350 straight shots. It's a little more unique because of all of the elevation change that takes place out through here. It makes every shot unique in some sort of way. A bunch of water features. When it rains, there's a lot more water features. Really, really fun, challenging course out here. And it's always windy, so that makes another challenge. I'd say hole number 1 was probably the one that took us the longest to really finalize because that tee pad moved several times before we planted it there. It's a tough starting hole, 336 feet, pretty well flat with a big gully, but if you let the wind crank it, you can get in some bad marshy stuff, and if you go over the dam, you got a pretty tough putt. Hole 11 is a really fun water carry hole. It's got a pond right in front of the basket. It's a fun hole. Very, very, very fun to get over that water and listen to the frogs chirping all day. So I think my favorite thing about this location is when you're standing on tee pad number 4, you have a beautiful view of Pikes Peak, Mount Evans, Longs Peak, and Castle Rock. So it's a really beautiful view up there, and you really get to just take in all of Colorado. Not to mention that's a 530-foot downhill bomb par 3. And I think the community has actually responded really well to having the course in because, you know, unless you play disc golf, the first time you see it, you don't know what they're doing. And so we've noticed an influx in the neighborhood and the surrounding houses of people coming down to play now. So that's pretty rad when you can bring disc golf to people like that. And with the help of some of the locals that come out here and play all the time, we're going to put in an extra sleeve for every hole. And we'll have more trees put in again this year once they become available from the city.
Yeah, but also imagine in the summer when it's in full bloom.
A course like this is wide open. And again, that's an important part of this course, is to get all those trees out here. I'll bet you dinner right now I make that putt. It's on film.
You're gonna pay for dinner?
Pay for or make dinner. I'm gonna make that putt.
Everything Eddie cooks is always fried.
I gotta give a huge shout out to my wife, Kimberly. And if it wasn't for her skills on a computer, this course would have been a little trickier to design.
This is for dinner?
This is for dinner. I've got a nasty headwind.
I wasn't bragging.
Be able to do what you love with the person you love. I thought I had it. It was a tough putt. I had to win. It makes life a lot better. Kim and I work really well together, whether it's building a course or cooking spaghetti, it doesn't matter. Her and I really click well, and so for her to be able to be out here with me, it's amazing, man.
You're my lucky strike.